poop. Crank it. Stop. We had some killer momentum until we didn't. The pump's like
locked up again?
Yeah. Did it huck the belt?
Yep.
I think that noise was skipping the teeth.
Let's get the pump out. Dry sump pump made some noise. Brand new. And now it seems stuck. So something definitely going on with the pump. So we heard some grinding noise. Pump seemed to seize up.
I think what we're going to do is pop it off
and toss the belt, so it came off the ribs. So definitely not good. We have some alternate pumps we could potentially use, but we shouldn't have to. It's a brand new pump. So.
Nate jumped into the pump, pulled it apart, found out what was wrong, and luckily it was a pump that we've worked with in the past. We had some spare parts laying around, and it was just a matter of disassembling and reassembling a pump and finding a combination that worked.
So after trying to rebuild using the two damaged pumps, we put it on and still no luck getting any oil pressure. Is this our oil pressure sensor? There was no other options left but waiting for a new pump.
Obviously things haven't gone quite as expected over the last week.
While we were waiting for the pumps and parts and pieces and trying a bunch of different stuff, we were able to make some progress on some little stuff here and there, side windows, preparing the body for the wrap, and just little bits of progress. Unfortunately, we weren't able to have all of our manpower on it.
I got sick. We had another guy in the shop get sick, so we were kind of down on hands in the shop, down on important parts, so it was kind of hard to get everything we needed to line up for the test. So we're going into this race week without the testing that we hoped we would have had by now, but that's given us a couple extra days just to make sure that everything's buttoned up and ready to go.
Equally as stressful as the pump failing was the wait for the new pump to arrive.
Yes, sir. How can I help you regarding instruction number?
We next day aired for early arrival this item, and it shows it's in Salt Lake, but now it's not showing delivery until Monday. We desperately need this today, so I'd like to pick it up at whatever location it's at.
The only way to pick up the package is just to wait until Monday.
That's really completely unacceptable. We can't wait until Monday. This it needs to be picked up today. It shows that it's in Salt Lake. So do you have a supervisor that I can speak with?
To have it delivered today. It was not possible. Like it wasn't even possible to hold it to a pickup because it's on a trailer. The packages will be processed and it's gonna go out for delivery at 8, like before 8. Hello.
Yeah. Just Googling bridges close to me so I could jump off. As if the stress wasn't enough leading up to this, the pump was a major, major delay to the program. Not only did we miss practice, but the pressure was on the rest of the team to get these projects done. They still have to get to the mountain, so everybody's just putting all they have into this just to make it to the tech. We're back to a full team now, so nobody's sick, everybody's ready to go, and this is it. This is the final push, the last week until Pikes Peak Tech. Luckily for us, Clay at Riff Raff Diesel came through, pulled some strings, and was able to get that package from UPS a bit sooner. Saying there's a chance.
Take it easy, guys. Yeah.
Pump it up, pump the jams, cause the oil's pumping. We got a pump! I don't need another penis pump, I need a dry sump pump.
Honestly, it's not mine.
12 a.m. 12. Yeah, let's put it up.
So even though we got a new pump, it wasn't the right pump. The shaft was too long, it wouldn't fit in the engine bay, it would touch the radiator and the engine mount. So Nate had to tear it down again for probably the 7th, 8th time at this point. Okay, I'm gonna move one thing. Okay, he's done the roll test.
I did it on the fab cable.
It's really hard to roll something with a weight on the end. And again, we're still using used parts. We have a slightly bent shaft and some scored housings, but we're putting all these parts together. It's good, not great, but good enough to move to the next step.
Yeah.
Through the last, let's say, month of the project, we've been trying to really focus on getting the car started. As that's been the big priority, a bunch of the fabrication stuff has been left on the sidelines, kind of, where there's a bunch of bodywork and aerodynamic pieces that need to be built. Those things need to be built around a car that's essentially finished, which we haven't been able to do as we've been waiting to start the car for the first time. So as we were waiting for the oil pump to show up, that kind of let me shift gears over to my list of fabrication projects that had been kind of put on the back burner for the time being. So the last couple of days, I've just been cramming out as much bodywork and aerodynamic stuff as I possibly could, just trying to catch up.
During the whole pump diagnostic and oil pressure process, there was thoughts of having to pull the engine. We thought we had an internal issue and went down the diagnostic tree and kept checking things off the list, and ultimately it was the pump. Glad we didn't have to pull the engine back out. We did pull the front cover off to inspect some things, and everything looks really good. So there's nothing more rewarding than the first time your engine starts up in a major project car like this. Engine oil is good, fuel is good, all the plumbing is good, no water leaks, some small oil leaks, which are again related to the used pump components, but nothing that's going to stop us from testing. It's an indescribable feeling the first time the engine fired up and actually built oil pressure.
This last weekend, we started the car for the first time. As we put some load to this engine and start to see what it'll do, I'm sure we're gonna find a whole bunch of little bugs and gremlins that show their faces. So we're working as hard as we can to kind of check those things off the list as fast as possible, because we really only have a couple days until the car gets loaded up on a trailer and heads to Colorado.